Dragon Ball Daima just aired its first episode, and I've been waiting months for this moment. I'm sure many of you have too. Between the release of Sparking Zero and Daima, Dragon Ball fans have been riding an emotional roller coaster this year, with some of the highest highs and some of the lowest lows. First, before we get into the review, a big thank you to Akira Toriyama for blessing us with this series. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, this show looks stunning. They've reanimated some iconic scenes and they are breathtaking. The fight between Vegeta and Goku, absolutely fantastic. Visually, the show pretty much knocks it out of the park. There is some CG mixed in, and we all know how Dragon Ball fans feel about CGI, but I think it worked out really well here. It actually enhanced a few shots in a good way, which isn't surprising, but it's nice to see. The storytelling is solid so far as well. The episode kicks off with two demons learning about Dabura's death and scrolling through some of the events in Universe 7. They start plotting to prevent Universe 7's fighters from reaching the Demon Realm, and what's their solution? Turn everyone into kids. Honestly, that's a sound plan. The pacing feels pretty smooth, and even during the recap, the Demon's commentary kept it engaging. I didn't feel like I was losing interest at any point, so I feel like they did a really good job with the storytelling and pacing. My favorite part about this episode has to be the lore. They already expanded the universe in just the first episode, introducing new concepts like the existence of at least 3 different versions of Universe 7. As if Dragon Ball timelines weren't confusing enough, we also learned that Namekians might canonically come from the Demon Realm because they have pointy ears, which seems to be a trait associated with demons. So I guess by that logic, Mr. Popo, demon. Yep. They even retconned some older lore, like how the Potara earrings didn't last for Vegito because he was mortal. Now instead, it's explained that Buu has some kind of magic that could undo fusion, which personally, I think it works. It's leaning into the magical aspect of the series, which I absolutely love. This show is finally utilizing magic in a fun and natural way, like the Namekian from the Demon Realm practicing some seriously powerful spells. And the new characters being introduced as well, I think they're great. We got 3 new demons. One is the new Demon King, and the other 2 are Supreme Kai's siblings. And I'm sure we'll learn about more of their involvement as the series goes on. I'll be the judge of that. Alright, I agree. Mentioning that Namekian before, we also got to meet him, which he's like a demon Namekian. So it's pretty interesting dynamic from like King Piccolo days. But for now, they've set it up pretty well, and I'm excited to see where they go. These guys demons, they don't look it. Enhance. Overall, I think Daima is off to a pretty great start. I have seen some people complain about the quote retcons, but I think it's good to maybe go in a different direction. And Akira Toriyama did have a lot of ideas, and maybe he wanted to do all of them, so we get some retcons sometimes. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. One thing that people need to do is they need to start looking at these new releases as standalones. Not standalones as in the sense not being connected to the prior source material, more of a standalone as in like not having to compare it all the time to its previous series. Like you can still place it in the timeline, but you don't have to compare it directly to like say Dragon Ball Z and be like, oh, Dragon Ball Z is better because they did this better, or GT's better because they did that better. I think that Dragon Ball Daima is doing what it wants to do pretty well. Ooh, that was clean. Woo! Anyway, I think like I said, I think it's off to a great start. We got the classic Toriyama hijinks. The comedy is amazing. He just got owned. Damn, bro. The visuals, storytelling, the new lore, it all feels super fresh. I can't wait to see where they go, like further down the line. And speaking of that, be sure to tune in next week for the next review of the next episode. So yeah, have a good one.